Please rise if you are able. If you are able, please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command, car ton bras s'est porté l'épée et il s'est porté la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Please be seated. Welcome, graduates, family, friends, and honored guests to Convocation at the University of Waterloo. My name is Vivek Goel, and it's my honor to serve as President and Vice Chancellor and to preside over today's ceremony where we celebrate our graduates and their accomplishments. Thank you to Julianne DeRoche, our anthem singer. To our graduates, today we recognize your hard work, dedication, and accomplishments. You will cross the stage today having gained more than the lessons learned in the classroom or lab. You have built relationships and made positive contributions to the university and our surrounding community. I see many family members, friends, and supporters of our graduates here in the audience. You should also be recognized for your important roles in supporting our graduates through their academic journey. Graduates, let's give a hand to your supporters. I also want to acknowledge that our world has faced some big challenges over the last few years. Global issues continue to affect our community in different ways and have played a part in shaping your experiences here. Through it all, you demonstrated resilience and perseverance. These attributes will serve you well as you enter the next phase of your lives. Today's celebration is based on tradition. The Haudenosaunee peoples also have a rich and vibrant culture that embraces knowledge sharing. As such, it is important to reflect and acknowledge that the University of Waterloo's campuses in Waterloo, Kitchener, and Cambridge are situated on the Haldimand Tract, land 6 miles on each side of the Grand River, granted to the Haudenosaunee of 6 nations. The land inside and surrounding the Haldimand Tract, including our Stratford campus, is the traditional territory of the Attawandaron, Anishinaabe, and Haudenosaunee. I also acknowledge and recognize this area is now home to many diverse First Nation, Inuit, and Métis groups. As part of today's ceremony, a number of Indigenous components play a prominent role. Their inclusion reflects our commitment to truth and reconciliation. Our Eagle staff led our procession today ahead of our mace. The mace is a traditional symbol of European origins, while the Eagle staff reflects the wisdom, strength, and honor of those that carry it in representation of nations across Turtle Island. The Chancellor and I are also proud to wear Indigenous beading on our regalia and are grateful to Marilyn Sutherland, a Cree master beader from Kitchener, for her work in adorning our robes. We will start this ceremony with a special Indigenous opening. It is my privilege to welcome the Cedar Hill Singers and Mayangan Henry, Indigenous Knowledge Keeper. As they make their way to the podium, I would like to extend a special thank you. Elder Henry provides a special Indigenous opening and closing to our ceremonies. His words serve an important role in the reconciliation process, and I've seen the impact they have on our graduates, our guests, and our university. Thank you.
Okay. I danced right out of my mic. Well, while it was down there, I hope you noticed my shoes. I have some really nice shoes. And they have the Indigenous logo for our athletic department on it. It's really nice. But in those words, I thought it was really important because the drum is a symbol of our heartbeat. And if you ever think of the earth underneath it, there's a heart, and the drum symbolizes that. And the dancers who dance to that drum feel that connection of dancing to that beat, and they feel they're connected to the earth that we live on. It's such a beautiful feeling. You know, tomorrow's Indigenous Solidarity Day. June 21st has been designated as a day to celebrate Indigenous people. Even though it's a one day out of the year and the month is History Month, we can look at Indigenous history throughout the year and celebrate together, because it wasn't that long ago we weren't able to share this moment with you. This country was formed on a relationship with First Nations as looked upon on our wampum belts and our treaties that we have. But over time, something happened. People seen the resources of this land and they wanted to get rid of the Indigenous people because the treaties were to share all these things. Over time, we became a bit of a problem for them because they wanted to extract all the resources and accumulate the wealth that comes with it. But we know around the arrival of Columbus, around the 1400s, there were about 60 million Indigenous people here in North America, or we call Turtle Island. And during the mid-1700s, when disease and colonization came in, our population decreased drastically, almost holistically. From 60 million people to about 500,000 people left Indigenous culture. And with the 500,000, they thought they would be able to get rid of us by sending us to schools that you now know of as the residential schools. And they did a good job at taking away our culture and our language and our ceremonies. And for 100 years, we had to endure that. But a time came in Canada when we realized that there was a wealth in Indigenous culture. Similar to the wolves, when they came over, they wanted to exterminate them. Just like what happened to the wolf happened to Indigenous people. And now, at a time, they realized that that was wrong. And so we've moved forward now with Truth and Reconciliation. And the university that you chose to come to, your university, I want to give a great thank you to the leadership of this university for taking responsibility and moving forward with reconciliation. It's so important that we do that because we can contribute to so much of your knowledge, especially engineering students. We need to be involved with the knowledge that you have because the earth is crying for you right now to do something good for generations to come and to walk this path together in reconciliation. So, like I said, we weren't able to be here and join with you for many years, but we are here today. We're sitting on the stage, we're playing our music for you, and we're gonna watch you cross the stage, and we're gonna celebrate with you today. Miigwech, everybody, it's an honor to be with you tonight.
Thank you. Nice shoes, Elder Henry. Thank you, Elder Henry, and thank you to the Cedar Hill Singers for gracing us with today's ceremony. Faculty, friends, family, let's give it up for the graduating class of 2026. All right, you're in the mood. I'm Jagdeep Singh Bachair, your Chancellor, and I'm so honored to help you celebrate one of life's great milestones. My allegiance to this university goes back more than 30 years. Here's where my mind opened, and I began to believe anything was possible. And I wish the same for all of you. This is the most exciting
depending on your perspective, unsettling time to be alive since anyone in this room was born. I don't say that lightly. I've spent more than 12 years as the University of California's Chief Investment Officer, managing now nearly $250 billion US. And my job is figuring out where the world is heading and then betting big on that direction. And as I learn, I realize that so much of the exciting innovation that is fueling this new era traces its way back to places like Waterloo. So what I want to share with you tonight are 3 principles that I believe are the most powerful tools you can carry out of this great University of Waterloo. Stay curious, think big, and take risks. I'll start with curiosity. Recently, I moderated a panel with 3 Nobel laureates, including Donna Strickland, Waterloo's own. She said something I haven't stopped thinking about. She said that the AI tools of the future are incredibly good at giving us answers, but they can't do something essential. They can't tell us what questions to ask. They can't teach us curiosity. Think about that. In a world that is flooded with information, the most valuable thing you can possess is the ability to ask good questions. Every breakthrough starts that way. Someone looks around and asks, why? Or what if? Or simply, can or should we do this? I've lived this. My family emigrated to Canada from Nigeria when I was 15. At the consulate in Lagos, my father asked an immigration officer, where should we go? His son needed an engineering school and his daughter a medical school. The officer said one word, Waterloo. A few months later, the 4 of us landed in Canada. 2 days after that, I started studying mechanical engineering. I was 15 years old with no idea what was ahead of me. But I was curious, and that curiosity has carried me farther than any of the 3 degrees Waterloo gave me. A lot of great things start with a question. By being curious enough to ask, and then patient enough to chase the answer. PhDs, does that sound familiar? And here's the thing about curiosity. It's almost always sparked by human connection. Our AI agents aren't going to inspire us. People are. Places are. Life is. So stay open. Stay in learning mode. Now that may sound strange to people who just spent years in school, like all of you, but here's what I mean. Don't let today be the day that you stop being a student. Nurture and grow the curiosity you were born with. Walk out of here with your eyes open and your sense of wonder fully alive. Something could inspire you tomorrow, and it could become the passion of your life if you let it in. So now I want to talk about thinking big. Once you've asked the right question, you need the courage and the confidence to imagine a big answer. I thought I was going to be an aeronautical engineer. I loved planes, and I still do. I'm mesmerized by them. But the situation on the ground changed. So I pivoted. None of that happened because I played it safe. It happened because at every turning point, I gave myself permission to think bigger than what felt comfortable. Think about the world you're entering. When Google launched, the simple idea of organizing all of the world's information felt impossible. Now multiply that by 1 billion, and that's where we are today. So please, don't shrink your ambitions or your audacious goals to match someone else's expectations, or because you're afraid of change. You notice I said please. I'm Canadian too. We can still be nice. We should always be kind and grateful. And remember, the world doesn't need more people who simply fit in. It needs people who reshape what's possible. That's us, and that's all of you. Which leads me to risk-taking. Here's the part nobody tells you at graduation. Curiosity without action is just daydreaming. Big thinking without execution, it's just a whiteboard. At some point, you must leap. My parents are lifelong teachers, science teachers, with an undying belief that the greatest gift they could give their children was a good education. When we boarded that plane to Canada, they didn't have a detailed plan. What they had was confidence, that leap, that willingness to act before they had all the answers, even when they felt the pangs of fear. And that changed the course of our family's life. Now you will face moments like that, where the safe choice and the right choice are not the same thing. My advice is take the road less traveled. Start the company. Join the company that doesn't exist today. Publish the book. Write the model. Move to the city where you don't know anyone. Raise your hand for the project that scares you. Say yes before you feel ready. Because if you wait until you feel ready, you'll be waiting forever. And the world may well pass you by. That's a risk too. And when you fail, and you will fail, because everyone who takes real risks does, get right back up. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's the cost of admission. Stay curious, think big, take risks. That's the formula. It's pretty simple. That's what Waterloo taught you, whether you realized it or not. And that's what the world needs from each of you. Not someday, right now, and especially now. Network with your members of the Waterloo community. Use this priceless, lifelong connection and be useful right back. Most importantly, I want to leave you with this thought. Don't forget the people who helped you get here. your parents, your grandparents, your friends, your mentors, your siblings. They propped you up even when you didn't see the shoulders on which you rested. Please, please, thank them, hug them, celebrate them, take photos with them. They've earned this day as much as you have. Graduates, you're ready. You have what it takes. You're stepping into a world of extraordinary complexity, but I believe extraordinary possibilities. This is, in my opinion, the most exciting time to be alive. And you, the class of 2026, from right here, from Waterloo, are exactly the people the world needs. Stay curious, think big, take risks. You inspire me. Congratulations, and you make us all so proud. Thank you very much. It is now my pleasure to welcome Mark Weber, Professor of Management and Organization, to the podium.
Mr. Chancellor, I present to you Roger Martin. Yeah, we can play Conferral. Roger Martin is one of the most influential management thinkers of his generation and a transformative force in business education. A star from this region whose ideas have shaped how leaders think and act around the world. Raised in Wallenstein, Ontario, I'm told that Roger was an ardent high school fan of the Waterloo Warriors basketball team and may have attended games in this very room. Am I right about that, Roger? He did all of that before leaving the region to earn a bachelor's degree in economics and an MBA from Harvard University. He spent 13 years as a director of Monitor Company, a global strategy consulting firm, serving as co-head of the firm for 2 years. In 1998, he was appointed Dean of the University of Toronto's Rotman School of Management by then-President Robert Pritchard, who wanted Toronto's business school to be recognized on the world stage. Pritchard got more than he dared to hope for. Roger elevated Rotman to become not only Canada's top-ranked business school, but one which ranked third in the world for its scholarship when his term as dean was done. Such a meteoric scholarly rise was an unparalleled accomplishment in the business school world, and one for which Roger created the vision and the conditions. In 2013, Poets and Quants named him Business School Dean of the Year for his transformational impact. With an influence that extends far beyond educational and institutional leadership, Martin has made enduring contributions to how business is understood and practiced. He has written or co-authored 13 books, including Playing to Win, The Opposable Mind, and A New Way to Think, spanning strategy, integrative thinking, design thinking, corporate governance, and social innovation. His work continues to be widely cited by thought leaders in organizations and governments worldwide. I can report, Mr. Chancellor, that Roger's ideas, his clear, provocative thinking paired with tractable and usable frameworks, have deeply informed the classes and thinking of many faculty on this campus, and by extension, the thinking of so many of our students. In 2017, Thinkers 50 ranked Martin the world's #1 management thinker. He has since placed in the top 10 of that biennial ranking for more than a decade, and in 2026, the industry leaders named him the world's #1 management consultant. It is fitting that we recognize Roger Martin, Mr. Chancellor, who so embodies much of the spirit of this university and what we strive for: positive ambition, commitment to excellence in all that we do, the courage to think differently, and a drive to change the world with usable knowledge and ideas, creatively and wisely applied. Mr. Chancellor, in recognition of his outstanding contributions to business education, strategic thought, and the development of principled and effective leaders, I ask you to confer upon Roger Martin the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
Well done. You're a rock star. I am humbled and honored to confer upon you, Roger Lloyd Martin, the title of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa. I extend my sincere congratulations on behalf of our University of Waterloo family. Well done. Thank you.
Well, I have to begin by giving my most sincere thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart to the Chancellor, the President, my beloved colleague from University of Toronto, Mark, for your kind words, and the selection committee. This is of course an honor and it's prestige, but it's not the prestige that I'm moved by right now. It's the deep, deep affection I have for this university. Mark mentioned that my older brother who's here, Rick, and I were here for every Warriors basketball game. We saw the great Mike Moser play in his time, the greatest Canadian basketball player that had ever lived, who died tragically before he could have a fantastic NBA career. But it's many things, and I think back to the spring of 1972 when I was choosing my grade 11 courses at Elmira District Secondary School, which is a mere 10 miles from here, I think, in that direction. Although my wife is probably rolling her eyeballs, Marie-Louise, because she knows I have no sense of direction whatsoever. If that's sort of northish, then I've got it right. Is that? No? Not, no. Okay, well, it was worth a try. It was worth a try. So there was this new course called computer science. And I thought, wow, that's pretty interesting. And so I took computer science and learned how to code in grade 11. And in fact, how that came to be is University of Waterloo, with its brand new IBM 360 computer, had offered, in a very, very interesting move, offered free time sharing to any high school who would create a computer science course. So long before the world all knows how to code, it sure as heck didn't. In 1972, I learned how to code in the computer center here. And Mohan Srivastava, whose father was a University of Waterloo engineer, he was a classmate of mine. We spent endless hours in the university in the computer center doing punch cards. Yes, it was from that ancient era. Another thing, a year later, my older brother Rick, who's here, enrolled in the co-op math program here at University of Waterloo. Now this was important and helpful because I come from an entirely Mennonite family, and Mennonites, as you may know, are known for complete practicality. Anything fancy or special is not good. You have to be totally practical. My parents hadn't been to university. Their parents hadn't been to university. Their parents before them, etc. So Rick was a pioneer. And I know that doing the co-op program, which was highly practical, probably made it easier to break that barrier, and the rest of us, the 4 younger siblings, had an easier time. And so I'm always grateful to University of Waterloo for that. And if you ask the question, well, how did those things come to be? How is it that little old Elmira District Secondary School could have a computer science course in 1972-73? And how could Rick have the opportunity to go to a fantastic co-op program that helped him enormously in his career, running now one of the bigger locally owned companies in the region? How did that happen? It happened purely because University of Waterloo innovated. Right? It innovated in being the first university in Canada to have to buy and install a mainframe computer. Right? Also, University of Waterloo was extremely innovative in the co-op program. The tricky thing, of course, about innovation is lots of people looking at it slam it, right? I can imagine, I don't know, but I can imagine the discussions, even on governance here, of we're going to spend that much on this computer thing. Why waste money on that when we could use it on things like hiring more faculty members? But of course, the definition of a good idea is something that's obvious after the fact. It was obvious after the fact, but not at the time, that was a brilliant innovative move. And same with the co-op program. I was around for that, and knowing that the criticism of that was, you're going to have the university get a reputation as kind of a low-end kind of trade school, right? And so they had to say, no, we're going to do this innovative thing, and that was one prediction that didn't age particularly well, now that University of Waterloo is considered among the pinnacle in its fields by the greatest higher ed institutions around the world. Not exactly a trade school. So if you innovate, that's what you're going to get. The people, the institutions doing what you're doing while you're innovating do not like it. They do not like it. I can promise you that. That's the one thing I found out in my life of innovation, right? They will push back against what you're doing. And it's partially a FOMO thing, a fear of missing out. They hope you're not going to succeed because then they wish they would have done it in the first place. And that's certainly what I've experienced my entire life. In fact, all the innovation that was spoken to that I did at University of Toronto has resulted in University of Toronto thanking me, honoring me in 0 ways entirely. So it makes me even happier that you here at University of Waterloo honor me. By now, it is possible that parents here are thinking, hold it, is this guy standing up there telling my child not to innovate because it's hard and it's going to get lots and lots of pushback? No, that's not where we're heading. I will let you know. But here I want to call on the insights of a great Harvard psychology professor whose name is Ellen Langer. Her specialty that she works on is mindfulness, and she's famous for doing all sorts of wild and crazy experiments with dolphin trainers, with camp counselors, etc. But the one I want to draw on is an experiment she did with the Arizona State Orchestra. So she went to Arizona State and worked with the conductor of the orchestra to run an experiment. And here was the experiment. So the conductor informed the orchestra that they were going to be tape recorded for a performance, right? And so they all knew this. It was all set up to tape recorded professionally for a wider audience. And the conductor says at the start, this is being tape recorded for a wider audience. Please make sure you play your finest. And so conduct, play, tape, okay? Then he comes back and says, and we're going to do another take because we want kind of multiple takes. Okay, and remember, this is being taped for a wider audience. I want you to do your finest, but along the way, during the piece, do something new that you've never done before, but just something little and subtle, something so subtle that nobody else, your orchestra mates around you, will even know you've done anything. So conduct, play, tape, tape. Then, in the experiment, you take a sample of randomly selected sample of people to listen to the two, and of course they reversed order for various so that it wasn't first versus second, and asked the following question. Did you have a preference for one over the other, or did you think they were essentially identical? 80% said no, they had a preference. Amazingly. And then, for those people who said, oh, they had a preference, which did you have a preference for? The answer was the second one, where they were playing their finest, but doing something subtle and small that they'd never done before. 80%. Blind test, right? The people had no idea of any difference, but they could tell a difference, and they cared about one above the other. What this says to me is, even though the world will push back against your innovation and maybe not thank you at all for it, it's good for you. Do it because it's good for you. It'll be good for the world too. But those members of the orchestra who had that little nuance did better. Their work was better just because they did that one little thing. If you don't do that thing, right, and in the last minute of my speech I will raise the subject that's the subject of every speech in 2026, if you do like the first and just do your finest, you will be replaced by AI. I promise you. Because AI can do what is rote better, faster, cheaper than a human can. And I believe fundamentally we were not put on this planet to do rote things. If instead, in your daily life, and here's where I'd say you don't have to be a wild-eyed crazy innovator, although I'm talking to a bunch of University of Waterloo engineers, so a bunch of you are going to be, I'm sure, but you don't have to be. You don't have to be. All you have to do is every single day think about doing something new and different in what you're doing. You will get better. You will learn along the way to innovate. As you learn to innovate, you will do things that are more aggressive, more large scale. And if you operate your life that way, where every day you think about innovating in some way, you have absolutely nothing to fear from AI. AI will be a tool of yours. You won't be a tool of it. So practice, add innovation starting tomorrow in tiny little ways, and you will have a wonderful career for yourself, and you will make the world a better place, just as University of Waterloo did. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Dr. Martin. I love the idea of practicing innovation every day, starting tomorrow. So I'm going to do it myself, so I want all of you to do it too. Hello, everyone. My name is Mary Wells, and I have the honor of serving as your Dean of Engineering here at the University of Waterloo. It really is a pleasure to be here with you at this momentous occasion. To our graduates, your families, your friends, and everyone who has supported you along the way, welcome. To the class of 2026, you are the reason we are here, and we couldn't be happier for you. My sincerest congratulations to each of you. You did it, and you have no idea how relieved your parents are right now. This day is yours. You've earned it through hard work, persistence, and a remarkable amount of resilience. Completing an engineering or architecture degree at Waterloo is no small feat. I hope you feel proud of everything you have accomplished. Today, you are graduating into a world that is in the middle of a profound transformation, one where the very tools of our profession are evolving at a pace we've never seen before. You've had to think harder, adapt faster, and ask deeper questions about what comes next. That capacity to face a shifting landscape with curiosity and confidence is something I know you've had a chance to hone here at Waterloo, and I am confident it will carry you far. Please remember, you're stepping into a profession with deep roots and enduring responsibility. As engineers and architects, every calculation, every design, and every decision you make matters. We must lead with honesty, integrity, and care. We must always put people first, to use our skills to build a world that is safer, fairer, and more sustainable. That responsibility has never mattered more than it does right now. AI can write code, optimize systems, and process data at a scale no human ever could, but it cannot answer for the consequences. When something goes wrong in a critical system, it will not be the algorithm that explains what happened. It will be a person, someone like you in the audience today. We are also living in a time where algorithms increasingly shape what we see, what we pay attention to, and how we even understand and relate to one another. Too often, technology rewards quick reactions over thoughtful reflection and creates spaces where it becomes easier to judge than to listen. As future engineers and architects, you will help shape the systems that increasingly shape society itself. This is not a burden, it is a privilege, and it is why your education matters. You built the judgment to know when to trust and when to question, when to recognize unintended consequences, and how to balance efficiency with safety and public trust. These instincts have been built through years of rigorous study, hard-earned co-op experience, and the kind of growth that only happens when you're faced with doing genuinely very difficult things. It is what you spent your whole degree doing. And now you're ready for that next step. The world needs what you bring, your ambition, your ideas, your curiosity, and maybe most importantly, your compassion. Whatever comes next, whether that's stepping into a new job, continuing your studies, launching something on your own, or still just figuring it out, know that we believe you have what it takes to move forward with meaning and purpose. Congratulations again, class of 2026. We are so proud of you. Thank you very much. Mr. Chancellor, Mr. Vice Chancellor, I now request that you confer the degrees upon the graduates of the Faculty of Engineering.
Would the members of the graduating class please rise up? Mr. Chancellor, I present to you those scholars who fulfilled the statutory requirements laid down by the Senate of the University that they may be admitted to their various and several degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the university, I hereby admit you to your various and several degrees, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Heartiest congratulations. Please be seated.
Congratulations.
It is now my pleasure to welcome your class valedictorian, Izzy Hersack, to the podium to address our graduating class. Come on, Izzy.
Mr. Chancellor, President Gold, Dean Wells, members of the Convocation, fellow graduates, and guests. Today, I stand before you with the immense honor of representing such a talented crowd. Students from civil, geological, environmental, management, and my fellow peers in architectural engineering. I stand before you today with the immense honor of representing such a talented crowd. I think it's fair to say we've experienced both incredible peaks and troughs, but really, we should have expected this the moment we accepted a Waterloo offer, because this is Waterloo engineering, and today we can finally say we've done it. Now, as fulfilling as that statement is alone, what makes it truly meaningful is that we've done it together. We've been through it all. We started this journey during COVID-19 and had to adapt before we even had our footing. We experienced engineering days and, in some cases, accidentally inhaled purple powder. We avoided geese in the spring, try not to slip in the winter, and watch the LRT pass by every day. Together, we faced the stresses of deadlines, job interviews, symposium, moving several times a year, and tough exams. I'm sure some of us have had that moment where we've realized we've answered a test question completely differently from our classmates. Then there are also the moments that seem small at the time, but are the ones that we'll end up remembering for many years to come. This goes for seeing friendly faces around campus, watching our teaching teams do what they love, walking home with the setting sun, lit streets, and music in our headphones, cheering on our friends on sports teams, and realizing just how small the world is when you realize two friends of yours somehow already knew each other. Through all of this, we've built a community, one grounded in shared passion, vigor, and support. Here in Waterloo Engineering, success isn't just about always getting the right answer, but about finding those who will help you get to it. I've had the great privilege of being the architectural engineering studio representative for a few years, and I must say, it's been a huge honor taking the recycling out for my class. It's okay, they even made it easier for me by apparently only consuming coffee and energy drinks. In all seriousness, I've felt incredibly fulfilled, standing by them and this whole group of remarkable and driven individuals. I know I can always rely on them for support, for collaboration, and for that moment when I can say, I know a guy. I can always find a friend, especially if I'm in studio at 3 a.m. What we've built here goes far beyond just academics, and I have you to thank for getting me through this degree. In fact, I have everyone to thank who has played a part in my experience. This goes to my siblings who've always been on my team, my loving and strong parents, family friends, those I've grown with since the thrilling years of kindergarten, and those I've met along the way here at Waterloo, including my classmates, beloved instructors, coworkers, and staff. I will be forever grateful to you all. While my time at the University of Waterloo has taught me a lot of things, like avoiding wrist pain by investing in a good mouse, it's also taught me something far more important, that the experiences we shared, the connections we've built, are truly what define these years. These connections will last us a lifetime, and that is incredibly special. If first-year me knew everything I do today, I could have only been more thrilled to start this journey. It's bittersweet to know that this chapter has come to an end, but I know that I am the strong person I am today because of it, because of all of you. These are the years that we will carry with us, and as we step forward, we do so with everything we've gained, and with the same resilience that brought us here in the first place. That's why I am certain that we will build successful and incredible futures, as we've already created something so incredible here, something I will never forget. Thank you for allowing me to represent such an astonishing group of young engineering students one last time. I thank each and every one of you. I wish everybody the very best, wholeheartedly. Thank you.
Well done. Let's hear it for your valedictorian one more time. My name is Sean Farfaro, and I have the job that none of you want today. I am honored to read each graduate's name as they cross the stage. Before we begin, I'd like to share a few brief housekeeping notes to help the ceremony run smoothly. To our guests, as I mentioned before, feel free to take photos, but we do ask that you remain in your seat as the graduate crosses the stage. Professional photographs are being taken over here, and there's lots of photo opportunities outside at the reception and celebration that follows. To our graduates, this is your moment. You've earned it. Enjoy it. As you cross the stage, please make sure to face the audience, smile, it'll make your pictures better, and feel free to wave to your family or friends. Maybe do a little dance. Take it all in. As I said, you've earned it. We will begin with the conferral of doctoral degrees one at a time, followed by our masters, 3 at a time, and finally, our bachelor's graduates, 1 at a time. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, it is my pleasure to present the graduating class from the Faculty of Engineering. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Reza Amingafuri. Dr. Susan Baramian. We'll get it. Dr. Rishabh Bajaj. Oh, hold on. We got a selfie. I'll reintroduce you. Just wait. Don't worry. Dr. Rishabh Bajaj. Dr. Kalani Sachintana de Silva. Dr. Ji Yu Gong. Dr. Tyler Robert Hull. Dr. Bibhusan Raj Joshi. Accompanied by Daphna and Jesse, Dr. Blessing Medon. He's coming back. Don't worry, he's coming back. I promise he's coming back. Dr. Nasran Mosavari. Dr. Adama Bolajoko Olumo. Dr. Fami Abdul Malik Saeed. Dr. Sorur Yeke. Dr. Mi Zhu. Mr. Chancellor, I now present the candidates for the degree Master of Applied Science. Tololupe Amdalat Alayande, Elise Jacqueline Walker Batista, Kahinde Agnes Bayode. Human Chamani Shin Gao NCA Gadi Hidari. Hamed Golami, Thomas Christopher Green, Kuar Anik Khan. Luis Elias Marquez, Bibi Saida Rizai, Negar Sultan Mohammadi. Jason Sue, Madeline Gabriella Tucker. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Master of Architecture. Alia Ahmed Mustafa Abdul Hamid Abdul Ghaffar, Henry Adikpe, Ariba Akhtar. Syed Beroz Ali, Oluwatobiloba Oluwashun Babalola, Samuel Correa. Ahan Dasgupta, Jasmine Devgan, Ricardo Andres Espinoza Di Pieri. Jamie Verdell Ferreira, Marissa May Jamarco, Jamie He J. Gu. Ali Hassan, An Yi Hu, Nu Cindy Ma. Yeshwant Mani, Kenyo Musa, Jansen Neal. Jordana Anna Maria Lavinia Polera, Mary Angeline Mapoy Reyes, Julia Elizabeth Simonetta. Sarah Sudki, Sophia Valasmil Wilhelm, Isaac Robert Walsh. Allison Ming Wai Yu, Nellie Yoon, Celia Lin Zeng. Catherine Zheng. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Master of Engineering. Trent Glenn Brunkard, Syed Zara Anvari, Max D'Souza. Mazen El Arag, Rohit Gupta, Shanda Jiang. Ali Jane Kennington, Parsa Memarian, Sahid Adani Ogidan. Janki Deepesh Kumar Patel, Imran Hossan Sagar, Hamza Sami. Ridwan Olayinka Yusuf. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Master of Management Sciences. Xiang Li, Sarah Dao, Chun Gao. Hugh Godman, Alan Paul Gordon Astuaman, Lingyi Hao. Shang Li, Yushin Lin, Chen Yu Liu. Yi Jun Liu, Yi Shan Liu, Yi Lu. Christian Murad, Nima Nafezi, Rosen Quadras. Nishat Sharbatdar, Majid Tahirkani, Ray Shi Young. Ji Ning Zhong, Lin Zhu. Mr. Chancellor, I now present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Applied Science, Honors Architectural Engineering. Dina Al-Azawi. Amira Ali. Karin Assad. Jasmeet Olak. Christian Basile. Kennedy Shea B. Liam Joseph Bray. Harbaksh Singh Chana. Aman Chand. Colin Matthew Chung Tai Chen. Leo Chen. Dongjae Cho. Jonathan Convertini. Isabel Krant. Wan Ran Dong. Brandon Nam Doyi. Nadine Duente. Siobhan Nathan Dyson. Joanna Hamam Habib El Gamal. Taylor Annika Fleming. Olivia Spaziri Francom. Lauren Elizabeth Fudge. Riley Kapling Ji Yi Feng Ernst. Nicholas Carmine Gesualdo. Naomi Michelle Ginga. Tanya Hagopian. Ashley Lang Hannison. Isabel Mackenzie Herzak. Megan Stephanie Chi Ho. Yu Ting Hu. Matea Regina Hughes. Jim G. Hiba Kanan. Mithuna Kandasamy. Alexandra Francis Ritchie Kennedy. Basil Kadra. Izan Khan. Leanne Marie Kinlan. Kaya Kotlenberg. Alexia Kotzambasis. Lucy Alexandra Krajcik. Sarah Kurak. Ocean Laidman. Martin Gabriel Levy. Lin Jia Hui. Jasmine Li Jing Liu. Jing Yu Lu. Terry Look. Amritpal Singh Mangat. Kwe Ru Mu. Kaushik Murali. Sabina Nicole Newmeyer. Diana Nguyen. Dhruti Reddy Padamati. Kyler Pan. Zoe Ann Ray. Shri Sai Sailesh Ravikumar. Renee Limhenko Reyes. Rand Salam Khan. Jasmine Kaur Singh. Su Yon Song. Keegan Sproul. Timothy Tanuwajaja. Mashkura Tabasam Tatoye. Michelle Vuong. Hannah Gulzar Walji. Cameron Michael Weber. Ashley Wong. James Genki Wong. Hisu Yang. Deka Zhang. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Applied Science, Honors Civil Engineering. Omar Ehab Abdallah. Alyssa Lucille Accardi. Jake Ajalian. Shayan Ali. Kofi Ando. Ariba Riaz. Harpreet Singh Baidwan. Simon Nathaniel Baker. Rebecca Joanne Brown. Cole Thomas Burden. Adriana Serich. Lok Chun Chan. Yan Mong Samuel Chan. Edward Jingdae Chen. Kevin Chen. Xander Chase Deza. Diloksha Devakumar. Sebastian James Doggett. Shenya Fan. Ramez Faraj. Thomas Benjamin Fulton. Samuel Quinn Gazzola. Konstantinos Elias Georgikopoulos. Graham Elliott Gerson. Sebastian Lowe Franklin Grant. Maya Jasmine Gupta. Sukhjot Kaur Hands. Jasneet Hehar. Colin Tin Fung Ho. James Hume. Aiden Hum. Clover Hunter. Samoon Jawad. Vikram Joshi. Yoon Jae Jun. Ibriz Sabat Khan. Naomi Kara. William Chung Hang Kwong. David Lamb. Quinn Chun Yao Lang. Juliet Sum Larock. James Leonard LaRose. Leonard Lok Hang Lau. Grace Lee. Jennifer Lee. Nicholas Adam Lee. Chian Ron Lee. Zihan Lin. Tommy Luo. Abigail Ruth Lusabia. Shivanu Mahendra Rajan. Talha Mahmood. Jesse Scott Martin. Carla McCollum. Nathaniel Christian Maloya. Nishan Marcelino Masagian. Munavar Motala. Yoon Hun Nam. Sanyu Indagire. Azaria Ing. Ann Bao Quinn Nguyen. Kyle Luke O'Connor. Abdullah Arif Osmani. Shiami Pramajoti. Lauren Cornell. Somya Ragivan. Usef Rahil. Jan Arvi Madriaga Ramento. Colby Rastad. Lakmi Chanuka Rathnayaka. Zachary Peter Richard. Gurveer Singh Sandhu. Brandon Shoup. Graham Schwartz. Keelan Scrimger. Noah Angelo Edward Seca. Hiba Sheikh. Abdullah Amir Sheikh. Jonathan Segal. Karen Kityan Siu. Danny Brubaker Sainer. Pawan Subramaniam. Eric Zamitat. Nubla Tafsir. Khan Tassin Nuzaman. Justin Chin. Emily Jane Tunnicliffe. Riley John Van Overberg. Tianyi Wong. Tracy Wong. Lauren White. Faizan Yassar. Noel Yamane. Darren Yu. Hamna Yunus. Xiao Yu Zheng. Blake Zoldi. FIFA mandated water break, hydration break. We should be running a Powerade commercial or something right now. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Applied Science, Honors Environmental Engineering. Parisa Agajani. Callie Ann Airdrie. Benjamin Aylward. Saranga Balakumar. Mariam Yakub. Promet Cheng. Jacqueline Sophia Chernin. Sarah Delanty. Joshua Ryan Ivan. Francesca Victoria Evans. Emily Susan Forster. Violet Marguerite Stretton French. Catherine Ga Yi Haas. Allison Elizabeth Harris. Noah Hatton. Cassidy Hemphill. Jing Lei Huang. Jin Tong Jiang. Ibrahim Wajid Laceman. Linda Tu Truk Lang. Kyle James McMurder. Zoe Ann Medellin. Paris Oberoi. Judy Pack. Blake Howen Prescott. Hamna Rashid. Shimona Ray. Squall Roberts. Patrick Rosenow. Benjamin Searson. Lucas Shoemaker. Cha Young Kate Sim. Hai Fu Song. Isabella Regan Southcott. Lily Grace Stasko. Andrew Jeffrey Swinoga. Sarah Turkmani. Sarah Ahmed Said. Jennifer Tusime Sanyu. Megan Quinn Wong. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Applied Science, Honors Geological Engineering. Madeline Rosetta Knosson. Nicholas Dimitrovic. Quinn Douglas Gruner. Teresa Lucia Pastega. Dean Shojat. Ryan Ka-po Tang. Mr. Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Applied Science, Honors Management Engineering. Yasmin Abu Halal. Parto Aflatunian. Arya Agakuchek. Kamal Asan. Ali Alradi. Yusur Araim. Mason Sterling Au. Kirti Bansal. Patrick Matthew Reeve Bennett. Darsha Bagudeva. Kavneet Kaur Bandal. Ayush Bhargava. Johnny Kao. Anjun Chen. Nicholas Chia. Aryan Chopra. Ibnat Chowdhury. Adriel De Vera. Achala Deepan. Dorak Demirtas. Chintan Devilkumar Desai. Parth Jigar Desai. Mehul Duet. Mark Dato. Rosaline Dragosian. Adam Michael Drakich. Samya Dutta. Omar El Maragi. Eileen Erkan. Shin Fan. Adham Tamer Farag. Benjamin Fogarty. Yeah. Sinan Nahed Ghaffori. Harpreet Kaur Gotra. Callum Robert Gillies. William Girdwood. Aniston Yanapragasam. Sharia Guleria. Pranav Gupta. Matthew Ho. Tanjeem Hossain. J. Jayapalan. Nancy Philo Kalarakal Joseph. Amy Kang. Ella Mary Kennedy. Reina Ting Xuan Kwok. Taylor Wei Yan Liu. Caitlin Shin Lin. David Lee. Sailaze Mahendranath. Manjari Murugan. Kiranjit Kaur Nagra. Joseph Nai. Jordan Min Kwan No. Liam Passanado. Tharanya Paskaran. Bhakti Jignesh Kumar Patel. Our next graduate is also the recipient of the John Fisher Award for Leadership for showing outstanding leadership throughout their academic career in the Faculty of Engineering. Catherine Elizabeth Percy Robb. Ashrita Pilutla. Kripa Pokral. Graydon Manley Power. Gurman Singh Rai. Simar Sira. Dev Pranav Shah. Sneh Biren Shah. Dhruv Sharma. Resha Ritesh Shetty. Omar Shoke. Vardman Jain Siddharth Jain. Abhishek Srikaran. Matthew Peter Stabelski. Adam Stevenson. Michael Stevenson. Shaylin Sterling. Cecilia Sue. Victor Sue. Adina Syed. Nicole Tapa. Agishan Thaya. Curtis Lockhim C. Kanake Urmat. Farhan Valley. Sher Verma. Chris Wong. Reynold Yu. Giselle Zhang. Mr. Chancellor, I now present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Architectural Studies Honors Cooperative Program. Margaret Grace Claus. Stephanie Taban. Now, Mr. Chancellor, I know this is the final ceremony and you love your selfies. Every year, you and I get a selfie on stage. We have yet to get one now. I have one graduate left. This is our last chance. Now, before we do this, I do have to point out that in previous years, the President and Vice Chancellor has photobombed our photos many times. And since this is his last ceremony, we should include him in the picture, don't you think? Okay, let's do it.
How's the 0.5?
Looking great. Okay, one with mine now, one with mine. Thank you.
All right. Well done. You are a rock star.
Let's see AI do that. This works out really well for you because you're going to get the biggest round of applause now. Giselle Zhang. I got the name, after all that, I got the name wrong. After all that, I got the name wrong. Hold on. Angelina Ziyu Zhang. There it is. CAI wouldn't have messed that up. Congratulations to all the graduates in the Faculty of Engineering. Let's hear it for them.
All right. Mr. Chancellor, I now request you to confer in absentia the various and several degrees of upon those candidates who were approved by Senate but were unable to be present at today's convocation.
I confer the degrees in absentia. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, as our president told you, this is his last graduation convocation ceremony, and words are clearly not going to be enough for me to express and for the university to express our gratitude to him. But I want to take a moment here and read out a citation for Vivek Goel as President Emeritus. Dr. Vivek Goel has dedicated his career to advancing public health, education, research, and innovation in Canada and beyond. Before joining the University of Waterloo as our President and Vice Chancellor in 2021, he held senior leadership roles at the University of Toronto, including Vice President and Provost, and Vice President of Research and Innovation. And he served as the founding President and Chief Executive Officer of Public Health Ontario. Vivek is a nationally respected leader in evidence-based public policy. Dr. Goel has contributed significantly to shaping Canada's public health systems and academic landscape. In recognition of his public service and leadership, he is a member of the Order of Canada and the Order of Ontario, and a recipient of the King Charles III Coronation Medal. At Waterloo, President Goel united the community around a bold, forward-looking vision and laid the foundation for the university's next century. He strengthened collaboration across disciplines and with partners in government, industry, and community. Through Waterloo at 100, Global Futures, and the introduction of new institutional values, he positioned Waterloo to address complex global challenges with purpose and impact. A committed advocate for reconciliation with Indigenous peoples, President Goel championed indigenization and decolonization across the university. His leadership supported Indigenous spaces on campus and introduced tuition waivers for local First Nations students, advancing meaningful progress toward reconciliation. During his tenure, he laid the groundwork for transforming Waterloo's campuses for sustainability, health, and community. He advanced ambitious sustainability goals and an innovative campus plan, and was instrumental in bringing a future regional hospital to North Campus. President Goel led the university with integrity through unprecedented challenges, including the COVID-19 pandemic, and a period of global uncertainty. The story of Vivek Goel's presidency is one of principled leadership and lasting impact. His legacy will continue to inspire the University of Waterloo and the broader community for generations to come. I am honored to confer upon you, Vivek Goel, the title of President Emeritus. And I extend my sincere congratulations. I will also add that we all love you. Thank you.
Thank you, Chancellor. It's a privilege to have this ceremony along with all of our new graduates, new alumni that are in the room, and I want to congratulate all of you on your accomplishments. It's also a privilege to share this ceremony with my old colleague, Roger Martin, and thank you for honoring us with your presence and for your inspiring words for our graduates. And Roger, you also reminded us that sometimes it takes someone who's been away to come and tell us what makes a place so special. And we really appreciated your comments. And it is really something that is important to me. This is really an innovative institution that has had significant impact on this community, but also across the country and around the world. When Roger was talking about coming here to use the computer, I grew up in northern Quebec. My school in the 1970s couldn't dream of having a computer, but I had a Watt 4 programming manual, and I would write out my coding, and my teacher would assess it based on instructions from the University of Waterloo. And so that's the reach that the University of Waterloo has had and the innovations that it's done. I want to thank all of the family and friends who've gathered here today, who've joined the graduates in the celebration, and also thank them for supporting them throughout their academic journey. I want to thank our new graduates. You now join a global community of more than 260,000 alumni. Waterloo graduates are known for integrating knowledge and innovation across disciplines. They're known for their courage, creativity, and resilience. And above all, they are known for approaching challenges in unique ways and uncovering impactful solutions. At Waterloo, we think differently, act with purpose, and work together to make the world a better place. Take the knowledge and inspiration that you've acquired here at Waterloo and make a difference in the world. Like many of you, we started at this institution coming out of the pandemic, and it has been an immense privilege to work together with every member of this community as we move through challenging times. The Chancellor cited many things as my accomplishments, but they're not my accomplishments. They are the accomplishments of a team of people, so many people that I cannot name. And I do want to thank everyone that has worked with me, that I've had the privilege of working with, that has helped this institution achieve so much in the last 5 years. And as this is the last ceremony of this convocation, I also want to thank all of the volunteers, all of the staff, everyone in our community that makes this event possible. We did 14 of these ceremonies in the last 5 days. Big round of applause for everyone. So while your chapters will take you to many different places, I hope you, as I will, remain connected to this extraordinary institution and to one another. I wish you all the best in the future. And now it's my pleasure to welcome back my Angan Henry, Indigenous Knowledge Keeper, to provide the closing.
What a feeling, you know, it's just nice to watch you cross the stage and to share that moment with you. There's a word in our language that we use, and it's, we say ani when we meet somebody. We kind of shake their hand, and we never know what that relationship's going to be like. But I spoke to some elders, and they talked about that word ani. Instead of just being a greeting, it has more to do with the light that you propel. Everything that you have in your being comes across in a great light. And so when you meet somebody new, the first thing you see is that light, that aura, that beautifulness around that person. And sometimes you draw to people really close because that aura is so nice. And sometimes you're a little scared of it. You know, that aura doesn't always feel comfortable. But when you do find the ones that you like, you become good friends and you share moments together and memories together. So we like to share those memories too in the Indigenous community. And the way that we would do it would be a little bit different from how you're sitting. You're sitting in rows and you're watching on stage. But how we would do it is we would have everybody in a big circle. And that circle would be, in the center of that circle would be a fire. And that fire creates warmth, and the beautifulness of that fire you get to see. But inside that circle is all those people that you got to know while you were going to school. And there were times when you had challenges, maybe even times when you felt like giving up. Maybe there was times when just it wasn't working and you just didn't want to do it no longer. But somebody helped you. Somebody gave you assistance. Somebody believed in you. And they're in that circle with you, and this is a good time to reflect on that beautifulness of that circle. So as that circle is here with all your supporters and people that you love in it, the elders would come into the circle. And they would, you know, in our community, elders are very important because they bring knowledge, and they've been on this earth for a long time. And they share things with us that we should know. So the elders will come into your circle, and they would be so proud of you because of your accomplishments. But they would also challenge you a little bit. They would say, now that you're engineers, now that you're educated, now that you're ready to go out in the work world, they want to ask you a very important question. Could you please consider thinking about the earth, the water, the air, the clouds, the trees, the mountains, in everything that you do, because for their purposes, they understand if we don't take care of the earth today, what's going to be left for your children, your grandchildren, and great-grandchildren? So today we have the ability to work together to build a beautiful land for all of us to be. You know, the two-leggeds, what we call the humans, we're so dependent on the water, the land, the animals. The water, the land, the animals aren't depending on us. So we have to do our part. We have to build within it a beautifulness that allows us to become stronger so your children and grandchildren have a beautiful place to live too. So that's really important to think about in your career. Think about this land and what we leave as a legacy. And there's only one more thing that the elders would like to share with you. It's how we present ourselves. One of the things that we kind of forgot to do is to share the love we have for each other. And we have to have that because you were born with love in your heart. Sometimes it doesn't feel comfortable to say it. Sometimes society just doesn't accept that as well as it used to. But the elders would always look at you in your face and say, Sagidwin, I love you. And I know the University of Waterloo loves you, and I know you're loved by so many. So let's spread love across this world so that we can have a better place for all of us to live from now and forever. So just to be with you on this beautiful, special day, like I said earlier, we weren't able to be with you before, but now we are, and we're so honored to be with you. So thank you so much for allowing us to be with you tonight. Before I close off at this part, I'd like to ask our president to come and join me at the circle here. We know this is such a great honor for all of us to be with you and to work with you these last few years. But I know Chancellor talked about those things that you've done with the university. I want to more or less talk to you about friendship and the love that we have for you, and the things that you've done created a better person that I'm standing here to be. And I want to thank you for all that you've done, for everything, for me, my family, and all these families here. So Jean and Lily and Mary, can you come on up for a second? And right behind the Chancellor's chair, we have a little gift for you. I want to give her a hand. In our tradition, we would take a person that we really love and care for, and we'd blanket them with a blanket. And because the symbol of this is within that blanket is all the things that we care about you about. The love that's going to be entwined within that blanket, the respect that we have for you as a human being, and what you've done to make our lives better. So the ladies are going to drape that blanket over you and cover up your new cover up your new robe for a second, and you can grab it with your hands. There you go. Okay. And Jean is going to offer some medicine for you at this time. And smudge you with some of our medicine and hold that love in that blanket for you.
Thank you.
And if we can have the plaque over here at this time. Thank you so much. A few weeks ago, we were in Toronto at Vivek's party, I guess, and it was a fundraiser, and we had a really good opportunity to hear about all of his accomplishments. And I looked at him and I seen something glowing, and that was him. He had a real happy smile about him. And what came to me was something really important that most Indigenous people really love having is their spirit name given. And when I seen him standing, it became very clear to me that he was a great leader. And so his Indigenous name, his Ojibwe name, is Gitchi Ogima, which is a great leader. So he's been given an Indigenous name now. In the Ojibwe culture, a name has a deep-rooted meaning. Many people have an English name, but there is another name called a spirit name that is usually given by an elder or a spiritual person. A spirit name is one that has a deep connection to your natural attributes and character. The spirit name is special and will help you make important decisions about your life. You can use your spirit name to help guide you through life. Vivek was given this name because of his passion, commitment, and experience to helping others and his love for family and community. The University of Waterloo will always remember you fondly, Chimigwech Vivek, from Elder Maingan Henry and your family at the University of Waterloo.
Thank you.
I'll get you to hold that for a second. And with that, in closing, we offer you a real quick honor song because we want to honor you in this day.
hey-ya, hey, hi-ya, way-ya, hey-ya, hey-yo, way-ya, hey-ya, hey-ha, way-ya, hey-ya, hey-ya, ho, hey, hi-ya, hey-ya, ho, hey, way-I-hi-yo, way-I-hi-ya, hey-ya, hey-ya, ho, hey, way-ya, hey-ya, hey, hi-ya, way-ya, hey-ya, hey-yo, way-ya, hey-ya, hey-ha, way-ya, hey-ya, hey-ya, ho, hey, hi-ya, hey-ya, ho, hey, way-I-hi-yo, way-I-hi-ya, hey-ya, hey-ya, ho, hey, way-ya, hey-ya, hey, hi-ya, way-ya, hey-ya, hey-yo, way-ya, hey-ya, hey-ha, way-ya, hey-ya, hey-ya, ho, hey, hi-ya, hey-ya, ho, hey, way-I-hi-yo, way-I-hi-ya, hey-ya, hey-ya, ho, hey, way-ya, hey-ya, hey-yo.
So with that said, miigwech, great friend of mine.
Thank you.
We'll see each other again.
Thank you, Elder Henry. Thank you to our Cedar Hill singers. There's no better way to conclude today's ceremony. And graduates, congratulations. We wish you all the very best. It is now my privilege to officially adjourn Convocation. Please rise. Heavy.